Hello and welcome to this video in which we'll be reacting to Germany's song for Eurovision 2025, Baller by Abor and Tynna.
A disclaimer. Israel shouldn't be allowed to participate at the Eurovision Song Contest 2025. The shortest and simplest reason being that I find the actions of the Israeli government to be abhorrent and their broadcaster isn't a separate entity. My reasons in their entirety, however, are numerous and too detailed for a disclaimer like this, but videos closely aligning with my point of view are listed in the description. I encourage you to watch those videos and do something. Further resources are added as and when they become relevant. I'll stop addressing this when it no longer needs to be addressed.
That is how they pronounce their names in the introduction video on Instagram, so I'm hoping I'm getting that right, because I pronounced them definitely differently last week after hearing all the songs. This is a fairly okay outcome. I think it's very fun that Germany is sending something in German, personally. However, I don't think this was a result sans something nearing corruption, because the German national final this year, Chefsache ESC, was a little bit complicated, a little bit long, with a lot of rounds of 100% jury decisions, despite the shows being televised and shown to the public. So didn't love that. And last week after the semi-final, it was meant to be 100% televoting in the final, and on Tuesday they changed the rules to say that the jury will actually kick another 4 acts out before the televoting can happen on 5 songs. So to me that was immediately an indication that Stefan Raab wanted to kick someone else out, basically someone from the favourites, and the favourites were Feuerschwanz and Abor and Tynna, and he has kicked Feuerschwanz out. I wasn't able to watch the German national final last night. I was at a Jost Klein concert in Hamburg, so I don't know. It's always possible that Feuerschwanz did perform their song badly, perform the cover badly, I don't know. I'll be looking into that later, personally, just for me. But I really enjoyed Baller as well. I'm not saying I'm 100% only nightclub was the only possible option for Germany. No. I enjoyed both songs. They were my number 1 and 2, so I'm happy with Baller. Genuinely, very, very happy. I do think with the current stagings, Feuerschwanz with Nightclub had slightly more potential at Eurovision, but it's also hard to decide because Lord of the Lost also didn't do that well for no reason. Similarly, they came 11th and 12th a lot, and that means no points. So I just think Stefan Raab forgot to consider things like Blind Channel, which came 6th in 2021, and kind of Voyager in 2023 came 10th. So similar songs have done well at Eurovision, just not Germany's for some reason. But we're here to talk about Baller, and that is a very fun song. This is the first time that Germany's sending something in German in forever. The year 2007 comes to mind. I haven't looked this up, but that's very exciting. I like it. There's also Ich komme by Erika Wickmann, so that means we're going to have 2 songs with German in them, at least at Eurovision, if not 3 or more, depending on who Switzerland and Austria send as well. That is very exciting. Doesn't usually happen. I have been missing German at Eurovision, so that is genuinely a very positive thing for me. I did watch the semi-finals last week, so I do know vaguely what their staging is, but I am curious about their live performance in the final as well, that actually made them win, that the televoters actually voted on. I don't know how many people were watching the semi-final versus the final, so I'm assuming more people were watching the final. So let's just go ahead and give a reaction to the final performance now. Their names are showing up on the screen. I do like that the brother is playing bass, contrabass, cello, I'm not sure. I don't know which one this is. I'm gonna look that up later. She has some playback. I don't remember that from last week. And she's got the same outfit but with a shorter skirt, I think. Throwing the hair to the side is always fun. I don't think there were dances last week. I don't like the playback bits. Are they gonna stay the whole way through the song? She's doing the same thing with holding the camera, but she's not got the stick camera now. She's just holding the steady cam. That works better, I think. And the crowd is clapping pretty loudly. That could also just be to do with the mixing, but I do realise that would be hard to sing live, the la 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 consistently, but I would appreciate it if she managed to practice, train or whatever, and actually managed to sing it live in Basel. I'm also not sure if it's definitely allowed to do that at actual Eurovision. There was some rules about playback vocals since COVID, but I'm not sure exactly what they're like right now. She's got a good attitude for the song, and that is necessary. I do think there could have been maybe a little bit more for the staging. Was that him not liking it? Stefan Raab. Ah, she does sing it for the live chorus, last chorus, that's good. That's a good look for Conchita, I like that. Okay, I'm not sure that was the most stable. The performance is quite different from a semi-final. Oh, and then she destroys the instrument. How fun. Okay, I think she needed a little bit more power for that. Maybe she was scared. Practice that for Basel. And the brother just having given up. That's fun. That's a fun ending. I like that. Them together. Well done. Yeah. No, that's pretty fun for Germany. As I say, I really am happy that Germany is sending something in German for the first time in a long time. And I do quite enjoy the song. It's a pretty standard sort of clubby song that could also be played on the radio, but I do quite enjoy it. I think it's got decent chances at Eurovision. I'm not going to say that it's definitely coming out of the bottom 5 because I've been burned once before with Lord of the Lost specifically. I was surprised by Isaac coming 12th. That I did not see coming. I think that was a lot of the jury help. So I think Abor and Tynna do have a little bit more work cut out for them because Isaac's success was largely due to the jury votes. I think this could get quite a few televotes because it's a pretty fun, pretty modern song. If we get maybe a little bit of a translation, not necessarily in the lyrics, but on the staging or something, for people to be like, this is not a sad breakup song, it's like, I'm gonna keep enjoying life despite the breakup kind of song. So something could help for international viewers if they don't know German, because there's not that many people who speak German yet. Quite a few in Europe, obviously, because there's 3 countries who have it as an official language and a couple others who do also use it, but I think a little bit of a translation could be helpful. Germany's obviously Big 5, so it doesn't need to qualify. Right now, I think this could, with a few vocal improvements and a little bit more consideration for staging, I think this could just about sneak on to the left-hand side of the scoreboard and maybe even get into the lower top 10. I think that's possible with the song, but the whole package needs to be epic. And last year, Isaac's staging did get a massive glow up because at the German national final, he just stood in front of a wall of colourful lights mostly, and then had the fire living room and some backing singers come in the end, and that was a much more interesting staging to look at. So hopefully, with the German broadcaster, Abor and Tynna can also work something out. I'm really trying to pronounce their names properly the way they pronounce them in the Instagram thing, because that's not the natural way I would try to pronounce them. So they could elevate the staging enough to sneak onto the left-hand side of the scoreboard, I think, genuinely. I'm not expecting it right now, because it's Germany, and Germany is often last or second last. But they haven't said something in German in a while, and Stefan Raab was involved in this selection process, and he was partially responsible for Lena's success, so it's possible. I don't think this is winning. I don't see that happening. I don't see a song fully in German winning Eurovision in the 2020s, to be honest. But I think it could sneak into the lower top 10. And let's have a look at where it's landed in the community rankings. It's been quite a few hours since the song was chosen. It has landed in 8th. That's very, very good for Germany. It is a few thousand points ahead of Belgium and quite a lot of thousands, like 7,000 behind Netherlands. But that's still really, really good for Germany, honestly. That is the highest I've seen them in a while. I don't think Always on the Run was this far up in my Eurovision scoreboard after it won. So that's pretty exciting. I think there's a chance for Germany on the left-hand side of the scoreboard this year, maybe even lower top 10. But it's not going to win the way Stefan Raab has been saying. And if it does win, I'll be very surprised, very grateful to all of them involved in that, because I want a Eurovision in Germany, ideally in Hamburg. But yeah, I think top 10 is possible. So good luck to Abor and Tynna, and good luck on getting the staging better, slightly improving the vocal, but the classical instrument, whatever it is, if it's a cello or a contrabass, or I don't know what it is, but that being smashed at the end but being played at all in this clubby ravey song is pretty fun. It's a little bit of juxtaposition, not something you'd expect. So there's good ideas in the staging already. Holding the camera as well. I think I slightly preferred the selfie stick version because it's more unusual, but I do realise this obviously has better quality and is easier to do and looks less silly with her holding the stick for the rest of the performance. So swings are in roundabouts. But I think there's great ideas for the staging already, and it can just be developed into something even more fascinating for the stage in Basel. So good luck on that. And that's everything that I've got to say about the German song for Eurovision 2025, Baller by Abor and Tynna. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. I really do hope that you enjoyed it. Please remember to literally like the video if you liked watching it, and share it with someone else who you think might enjoy watching the video as well. If you'd like to, subscribe to the channel for more Eurovision 2025 and beyond content. But as I said, thank you ever so much just watching the video itself, though. That's a great help as is. I really do hope that you enjoyed it. That gets me out of it. I'll see you in the next one that shows up on your feed. Bye! I